Hello, hello, hello. Welcome one and all to another spooky month stream. Pay no attention to that. That's my laundry. Anyways, what is going on, my beautiful rebellion hitters, retired rebellious leader, and welcome back to another drawing stream because I just have no energy to play date everything. We will get back to that, I promise. I will finish this game, but I just need a couple weeks of not playing that game. Whew, goodness. It has been quite the week for me. Or weekend, sorry. I was out of town, helping someone run a booth for an art festival all weekend, and I am just kind of still worn out from that, but I wanted to stream because I really need to finish this piece that I started doing last stream. And you will see that when we get started, I have made a few changes off stream because or just a few. You'll notice a thing. Anyways, boy howdy, has the last weekend and today been pretty intense because again, been busy working on. Well, I was busy doing the art show, which was like a whole day thing. Friday to Saturday. It was very long, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Though some stuff did happen, which I will talk about when I am drawing. The second thing is that today also some stuff happened. I was hoping to have like a day off to recoup from the intense socializing and physical labor weekend that I had, but I still have stuff to do. And already, something today has happened, and boy, I'm about to riot, I swear to God. I, am currently trying to register for the spring semester at my college, and it opens tomorrow. So I have not had time to find and register for classes. So before I started streaming, I successfully did that. So yay me! I just have to stay up really late to be sure to reserve those class spots. Huzzah for me! Hold on, words. Thinking up the words. But I, like, before I went on my weekend trip with the artist who runs the stand, before I went on my weekend trip to do all that, I think either it was during or before, I received an email from someone in the drama department saying, hey, congrats, you're almost done with getting your musical theater degree, which is great. I have like a couple more classes left. I'll graduate within a year or so, hopefully, if all goes according to plan. And he listed a few of the classes that I need to finish, and one of them was called Theater Practicum 2. Now, the thing is that I'm pretty sure that I took a Theater Practicum 2 during the summer, that voice acting class that I took, right? That was labeled as a Theater Practicum 2 class. And so, I was like, hey, what's this? I'm confused. And he's like, oh, that doesn't count. What? He's like, yeah, that doesn't count because it's a different Theater Practicum 2 class. This confusion happens a lot. A lot of our, like, classes are labeled Theater Practicum 2. Sorry, what? So he's like, well, you have to take it again. Or you have to take this specific one. And I get very riled up. I was already very anxious from last night, knowing the long chore list of things that I need to get done today, because I will not have time during the weekend. There's just some deadlines that are happening, right? So I was stressed about that. Now, okay, so it's time for a moment, and I have my moment. I summoned my roommate in to read the email because all I'm reading and registering is I have to take this class, the actual class again, and the summer class that I spent time and money on doesn't count. Despite the fact that I vividly remember the professor that was teaching the class said that there was no prerequisite that needed to happen to take this Theater Practicum 2 class. And that also, he knows that I'm in musical theater. I was never corrected once that this was a class that was not required for my degree. And plus, a bunch of other students in that class were also in musical theater. So, what I do is I metaphorically turn around and metaphorically go over to this professor that taught the class, who is also one of the heads of the theater department, who taught the class and has been teaching me for like over a year now. And I send him a very long-winded and worded email saying, hey, so this guy is saying that the class that I took during the summer didn't count, and while I greatly enjoyed the class, and I'm glad I got the experience, though I feel like personally I have enough experience in acting. That's a whole other spiel for another day. He's saying that the class that I took doesn't count. And honestly, I trust your opinion and statement of fact more than this random dude that I have never talked to until recently. And if you could sort this out real quick, that would be amazing. And, you know, the professor gets back to me and is like, hey, so yeah, I will see what I can do. Because, like, it should count. It is the same amount of credit hours, blah, 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 blah. You know, this guy's new. Fuck my life, I guess. I just can't. I hope things turn out in my favor, because at this point, I really just want to get my degree, graduate, and start working more, so, you know, I can try to live a life. I feel like, well, that's a whole other thing. Needless to say, I have been stressed. College, advisors can be a joke sometimes. That is my opinion. Okay, I've had a moment. But today, I just thought that I would be like, hey, look, I'm wearing my Support My Local Coven shirt, drinking some immune stress tea in my Nightmare Before Christmas mug, and literally then immediately go to my PNG because I could not be bothered. We're literally gonna switch to the PNG when I start drawing because I just can't today. I wanted to stream and I want to draw. Just don't really care about appearances right now, but we are going to move into the PNG. Look, I have placement now. There's placement. Isn't it cool? I'm sorry, I still don't have like Halloween outfits for my PNGs, but I don't really care. Oh, oop! I accidentally dropped my chair. I need to get a new chair. All right, it's time to play some of that ambiance. How are we doing on sound? Is it good? I think that's good sound. Yeah, I think that's nice. Yeah. We'll go with this. Okay. We're back to drawing Bantam Beth. As you can see, I clearly kind of did a little bit of editing off stream after the stream last week. And basically made her hair long because, never mind, I changed my mind. She didn't decide to experiment. I decided to give her, what is this? Oh, I've been also trying to add more flavor to the outfit as well. So I'm gonna, like, make a dress that has, like, a little corset inseam or something. I mean, it's not really a corset, because she's 16. But I want to add more flavor. I wanted to add more flavor to her and make her look pretty. Oh, yeah, we also have, like, an ambiance. Rainy Halloween night sort of thing. So if you hear thunder, that's not outside. That's part of the YouTube video I have playing. Anyways, so let me just talk about this weekend while I sip on some tea and try to focus on my work. Essentially, like I said, I'm not crazy. Weird. Okay. Anyways, I thought something was wrong. I'm sorry.
The biggest challenge for me when writing.
No! My God, there's an ad? Okay, we're actually gonna change back to that Animal Crossing. Yeah, we're gonna do Animal Crossing again. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to deal with ads. We're doing Animal Crossing Spooks. I don't want to have to scream and be like, oh, there's an ad. I'm too lazy, okay? What was this again? Wait, that was a sketch. What the fuck is that? I haven't really touched this program in a hot second because I've been busy. Okay, there's that. Okay. Cool. I know what everything is. Sweet. Anyways. This weekend. I leave Thursday morning directly after one of my classes. Because the whole thing was to get to the site of the place to set up. You know, to like... Sorry, I'm like lagging a bit. I'm so sorry. To essentially get to the site where the fair, or like the show, the art show, where a bunch of artists were selling their wares and blah 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 whatnot. The whole point was to get there super early, or get there the day before, to be able to set up our booths and our wares, so we could just come in and do the thing the next day, Friday to Saturday, right? Okay, great. That goes relatively fine. That's all fine. That's all fun. Dandy. We set up really fast, which is even better, you know, love it, because, you know, the person that I've been hired by, she knows what she's doing, and that's great. And then, well, actually, okay, I need to add something here. There was a hotel that all the artists were, like, supposed to stay at. But we decided not to because it was a gross hotel. And also, we just didn't really want to take the shuttle that it would take the artists to the event. We just didn't really want to do that. Plus, there weren't many options to eat there, and there wasn't much we could do. So we decided to go to a 4-star hotel instead, and that was even better. Because they had places that you could eat the food. You could eat the food there, and I liked that a lot. So we still had to, like, go to this hotel, because that was where, like, you get your informational packets and everything was supposed to be. So we still had to, like, essentially, we drove to the place, to the hotel, grab the packets, grab the badges, grab all the information that we needed to, like, have the right to park the car and stuff like that. All that nonsense, okay? And then we go to the place. We go to the event, or the place where the event is being held. And then we go and set up the stand. And then we leave. Alright. Thursday, that's fine. We go check into the hotel, and it is a very expensive 4-star hotel, right? Like I said, I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. I am mumbling, or at least like fumbling over my words, and I apologize. But essentially, this is a very expensive 4-star hotel, right? And that's fine. You know, we would rather have an option to have an outdoor pool, and, like, there was a bistro and a restaurant. There were options of places we could eat, so we didn't have to, like, go anywhere. But the problem was that you had to pay $20 a night, essentially, to leave your car in the parking garage. which is kind of stupid. I don't like it when I have to pay for parking. I'm gonna fix this part of the hair. I don't like having to pay for more than what I need. I don't like how you have to pay for parking. I'm already paying a lot to stay here. Why do I have to pay more to park? What the fuck? So we make the decision that on Friday morning, which we have to wake up super early to get there on time to park the car. And then, before the gates close to no longer let artists park in the artist parking area, we decided to leave the car there overnight, because we just couldn't be bothered to drive the whole thing again and again and again, when we could just pay, less than $10 for Uber. We could pay less money for a round trip from the event to the hotel from parking. I messed up all my words, but essentially we could pay much less, right? So we just left the car in the artist parking lot, and that was fine. And we would just Uber the rest of the time, and that was great. And, Friday... Hold on, I'm messing up my words again. I'm trying to, figure out how to multitask. My brain does not want to multitask as per usual. It's great. Hold on. Let me figure out this one hair. Does that look okay? I feel like I can make it thinner. What do you think? Yeah, okay, that's better. So, the event, the show goes by relatively well, things are fine. The problem is that it's Texas, and that it's hot as balls, despite the fact that it is October, and it should be cool. It's ludicrous. So, despite the fact that, we never got direct sunlight onto ourselves, therefore, roasting a lot. We didn't end up being burnt to a crisp. The thing is that the tent would trap a lot of heat, because the sun would still shine directly onto the tent itself, and therefore heat would just accumulate in the tent, and we would bake rather than burn. And it was just really uncomfortable and gross. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. It was just really disgusting, and we were just, dying. Luckily, we had these, mini fans that we could use, that you had the option to mist. You could pour water into it, and it could mist you. And so, that was great. And we would just look at each other and go, think of the pool. Think of the pool. Because remember, this hotel had an outdoor pool. And we're just we'll just get to the pool, and everything will be fine. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna live. And that was usually what happened on Friday and Saturday night. We would work 10 to 6. And then we would Uber back to the hotel, which wasn't far from the event in the first place. And then we would jump into the pool and then go eat dinner at the bistro. I had the same burger 2 nights in a row. Honestly, I wasn't complaining. It was a very, very good burger. And then we would fall asleep watching Halloween movies that were playing on Freeform, because it's 31 nights of Halloween. First it was Beetlejuice, then it was Sleepy Hollow, and then it was The Addams Family and Addams Family Values, which, everything besides Sleepy Hollow was good. Obviously. So yeah, Friday, Saturday went by very well. It was sales were a bit slow because, again, it's very, very hot. in Texas still, which is frustrating, of course. So usually people would be too hot to think. You know, this is how it works. You'd be too hot to think about buying anything in the first place. Let me find out what layer it was on. Nope, not that layer. This layer? This layer? Which layer? Oh, it was on line layer, I guess. So you would be too hot to think about buying anything. So we didn't really make a lot of sales on Friday and Saturday, which was okay. You know, we'll deal. We'll live. It's fine. I'm trying to focus on creating that. Okay. Sunday, however. Sunday was different. Because Sunday was several degrees cooler. And while, yes, we still kind of boiled in the tent, it was a good bit less because, again, because it was colder. And also, there was a breeze because the other days there wasn't really much of a breeze. And also, the perfect touch. There were clouds. Friday and Saturday were just, there was nothing, okay? There were no clouds, no breeze, but finally, oh my god, the relief, like, me and this person, my boss, were like, holy shit! We rejoiced out loud at the slightest of breezes, because we were just like, oh my god, this is the best thing. This is the best thing since sliced bread. We were very happy about that. Okay, this is being tricky on me. I might just copy paste. Scandalous. And Sunday, because of that, we did a lot better in sales. And also, it went by a lot faster because whenever it reached the time where we would usually like bake in the oven of a tent. We still slightly did, but it was a lot more bearable. Like, way more bearable, of course. It was fun. It was fun. It was fine. The thing I wasn't looking forward to at all during this time was the, we now have to, like, pack up and leave situation. That was the thing I was not looking forward to. I just didn't want to do it, man. I just didn't wanna. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Alright. I was confused about something. I was not looking forward to leaving. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. I was not looking forward to that because, you know, there's gonna be so many people who are tired and hungry. Like, there's gonna be dozens of artists who are... No, do not show the driver panel. There are going to be dozens of artists who are tired and they just want to go home. Right? That's what they want to do. And I don't blame them because we were one of them. We're like, we gotta do all these things so we can get home. But, oh boy. So, essentially, I think the thing that was frustrating on my end, or what I thought was frustrating, was just purely the fact of, like, we broke down our tent, like our booth / tent booth, whatever you call it, in like 15 minutes or less. Because for one, I was in the hands of a skilled expert, and also we sold smaller items. Like what we were selling at the fair were small things. So we could just get that shit done real fast. But now we have to wait because there's like hundreds of other artists who are also trying to leave, who are lining up their cars behind the artist gate to be let out and drive to their stand. I need to explain this a bit better. I'm not doing good at explaining this. Give me a second. Let me gather my thoughts. Essentially, how I need to provide better context on how the like the location and like how it was all set up. Okay, the art show took place in a about half a mile. I was thinking of the number 5, not 5. In a half a mile loop. Okay? That was what it was. This was it. And it was already a very thin road. Because it was like one way. It was a very thin one-way road. And it's now made thinner because of all of the stands that occupy a side of the road. And so we dealt with this when we were like setting up on Thursday, driving through all of these, like, trying to navigate through all these like people and cars and stands. Like, it's very, very crowded. And we knew that some people would not be smart like us and break down their, like, spot before going to get their car. Therefore, they're gonna try to get their car in first and then clog up the place because they didn't break down their stuff. And now they're in the middle of the road and everybody else who's already, like, done and just wants to go home and get out of everybody's way is angry, and it's a nightmare, right? And so that happens. We break down the tent pretty easily. My boss goes to get the car and wait in the very, very long line of cars waiting to be let out. And some people aren't following the, like, load-in instructions that were set at the beginning before the show. Because, of course, you gotta get, like, a pamphlet that says, hey, this is what you gotta do. So there was confusion on that part. And I'm just sitting in our booth spot, you know, waiting, whiling away the hours, scrolling through TikTok, seeing some really shit videos in the first place. Like, I don't know, like those, like, Reels movies, where it's all, like, the, I don't know if anybody has been seeing this one pop up, but it's, like, I forgot the fucking title, but it has to do with the Omegaverse bullshit, and it's, like, this lady's gonna get married to the alpha of someone, and it's, like, the wedding, but then she thinks that his sister is his mistress, and so she, like, has her and her, like, family beat the shit out of her. And oh my god, I forgot that the chat covers my face. That's hilarious. That's funny. Oops. Let me just, like, move that for a second. Hold on. Oh shit, I forgot the chat. No, the chat. No. Okay. I think it's fixed now. Cool. I saw that. It was funny. I just don't move the chat at all. But, like, yeah, there's that. Unless I keep seeing clips of that pop up on my TikTok feed. I don't know why. Anyways. So, I'm just scrolling through that, getting updates from my boss every now and again about the whole situation, and how it's like, oh, it's a nightmare. There are so many people who are trying to get to their spots and everything, and I'm just like, I want to go home and sleep, and but I'm doing fine, you know, I'm persevering like a goddamn champ, okay? I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. It's a lot more bearable. Like, if I had to wait more hours than what is originally about to happen, I would have lost it, but so far, I'm doing just fine. Just sitting on one of the chairs that we brought and scrolling through shitty TikToks. It's great. And at one point, I need you guys to remember this, as I mentioned, that this is a one-way loop. Remember that, as I am about to tell you this next part. I am sitting in one of these chairs that we brought, and from one end of the loop, I also need to mention this, the booth that our location of the booth was like 2 to 3 booths away from the entrance and exit, and so that's why we're very confident in us, like, being able to get out a little bit sooner than, like, other people, because it's like, oh, we we're just right there at the exit. Like, we don't have to circle around the whole way and try to weave through all these cars and people to be able to leave. It's just we break down the tent. We get the car, we pull into our booth spot, we shove everything into the back, and then just go. And as once again, I am waiting for my boss to arrive, come and bring the car around so we can do this aforementioned plan. There is another car that is arriving from the other end of the loop, because I can see, like, the entrance and the exit and where the other end of the loop is, right? And I'm seeing this car, this tiny little sports car, come from the other side, and I'm thinking, hopefully that guy's leaving. That guy's leaving. The exit right there. Why on earth is he coming this way? Oh my fucking god. This guy, remember, this is a one-way loop. Okay? I don't think I've stressed that enough. That this is a one-way loop. Anyways, the bodice is finished. Huzzah. This is a one-way loop. Okay. Why is this dude here? Why is he coming this way? I'm taking a sip of tea. Hold on. Delicious tea. So, this guy is coming this way, and I'm trying to gesture and tell this guy, hey, you can't go this way. Other artists around me from, the other booths are also trying to tell him, yo, you can't come this way. And I get a closer look at him as he tries to pass me. And it's just this boomer. It's an absolute old boomer man that is passing me. And it seems like his wife is also in there, next to him in the passenger seat, of course. And despite how... And I also need to add this as well. His windows are down. So he can clearly hear the chorus of multiple artists yelling at him, politely telling him, gesturing him to tell him that he is not supposed to come this way because there is a long train of cars, fans, trucks, you name it, that are coming this way, and that he is going the wrong way, and he's going to run into these cars, this long line of cars of artists who want to go the fuck home. And he does! Right in front of me! And I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot. And everyone's trying to tell him all these things, like, hey, you can't be here, hey, you gotta move, hey, you gotta go. Right? But, he doesn't say anything. It's like he just can't hear us. And we're all baffled. And so he backs into the spot, the booth spot next to me. Because we had, booths on either side of us. And then the one to my, if I recall, my right. The booth to my right, the spot was now empty. Because the guy had broken down his booth and had left to go get his car, so there was space for a car to pull through, which this guy did. And then he almost pulled into my spot, which I was taking claim over to have this thing not happen. And I was trying to gesture and tell this guy, hey, you can't be here, but it's like he can't hear me, which is whack. It's whack. I am baffled by the fact this old man cannot seem to hear everyone saying, you cannot do this. So anyways, he waits for this, section of cars to pass. And then he proceeds to continue going further up. What? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. This'll be interesting. And I follow this guy a good bit up the road. Past this cul-de-sac entrance. It's one little... There's, yes, it's a giant... I need to provide visuals for this. I'm sorry. Hold on. You need visuals for this. So, it's... Okay. We're gonna do the erase mode today, I guess. Hold on. Let me provide better visuals for this, okay? So you have the entrance. And then it, goes around in a giant, loop, okay? And then you have this. Okay? Stand for me is right here. Okay? This is This is my booth. Like, around here, there's, like, a little cul-de-sac of, like, it has, like, some art cars, like, showcase cars. One was, like, a, I forgot what the brand of the car is, but it's, like, a van. Like, a vintage van covered in Van Gogh artwork. It was really fucking cool. But there's also, like, there was a beverage and food stand there, and then you got some other stuff, and there's, like, food trucks, all this other kinds of stuff, right? But it's essentially a giant loop, okay? We have that? Okay, clear. Hold on, I actually need to go back to that. Oh, okay. I need to show this thing, okay? He had made it to here. This guy had, like, he had the ability to turn into this area and just wait for a long time, albeit, for all these cars to pass. He could have stayed there, but no, he went further. Oh my god. So, I am standing in that, like, drive. This sort of, like, driveway, essentially, looking at this idiot. And I'm standing next to this mother-daughter duo and this more older woman. And we're all just looking at this man and, you know, commenting on the fact that he is an idiot. And why is he doing this? Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, the more older woman, like, insults him. She gives him multi-syllabic insults very eloquently, and then after I state that, she starts, like, calling him an idiot in French, and I love this woman now. I will never meet her again, most likely, but, like, she was so cool. And then the mother-daughter duo was less refined on the matter, but also, like, mocking him. We were all doing it. And finally, the guy gets the hint. We watch this as he pulls into another empty booth spot, turns around, and finally passes us. And we're all going like, I told you so, we told you so, and mocking him as he drives past. And then I stay there and chat with the mother-daughter duo and this lady about, like, how crazy art show, like, stuff like this can get during art shows when everyone's trying to pack up. It gets a bit wild, apparently. And then the people who are driving their cars arrive, and I go back to my spot, and then my boss arrives. We leave. And now it's a trip! Yay! I finally said it! Ah, almost dropped my teacup. But yes, that was the whole thing. Nothing else happened besides that, because it was fucking crazy. Okay, I need to focus a bit more. I'm wondering if she would be more suited for leggings. Or, like, something else. I like the idea of leggings, because it adds something, but also it's like, what if I, hold on. I'm testing out some stuff. Because, like, I don't think she would wear such, hold on. I want to test things out. So, sorry, I got distracted by telling the story that I've neglected to continue working on my art, which is how it usually goes. I feel like I can't multitask sometimes. Because, like, I want there to be something on the legs. But also, I feel like she wouldn't. I like this idea. Of, like, this. I mean, we'll keep it as this and I'll see how I feel. So I'm gonna merge this layer and then I'm going to call it dress. I'm going to remove these sketches. So you're probably seeing this like layer called stitches. And I, like I said, want to add some more embroidery. Not some more, but I want to add embroidery to her outfit. Because again, her dad is a seamstress. And I did that for her, you can't really see it. But added to her, added it to her shirt. There it is. I can talk, I swear. It's been a long weekend. Let me think. I'm looking at it. Thinking I add either something here. Add something here. Or here. I want to bring back a bit of a lighter color. Maybe color drop her original blue. Her blue shirt. Oh wait, what did I have up here on her shirt? I had like a flower. Okay. Maybe. I'm getting an idea. I feel it forming in my skull. I wanna go for... You cannot see that green. Okay. Oh my goodness, that was bad. I think... we add... Maybe we add some embroidery to the bottom. Oh, I might have an idea. Oh, wait. Wait. I know it's like a bit silly, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the simplicity of it, just to make my life easier later down the line, if I ever draw her again. This is usually what I try to do. I make my design simple. I kind of like this. Like having that. And I definitely want to do something for the bodice. I'm thinking. What if I just start scribbling? Maybe something will happen then. I'm taking a look at my brushes. What the oh. Oh, wait, I might, well. Maybe just that. Oh, wait. Yeah, that looks cute. And we'll make it like a little bit fainter. I kind of like that. Just simple. Taking another sip of tea. Okay. I kind of want to add something to the bottom, but also I couldn't be bothered at the same time. Okay, label the layer. I love labeling my layers. I want to add another knot to her previous outfit, which is adding something blue to her hair. Either it be a bow, or maybe even if we go this route, a streak of blue in her hair. That would be very interesting, is if just all of a sudden it's just like, I've hit puberty, bam! Blue! Oh, let me mess around with something. Because I feel like she wouldn't just have a bow. But also I'm going to test out a bow. Maybe it's a bow behind the head. Maybe that's what I've been missing. Oh my god, is that what I've been missing? Is that what I've truly been missing this whole time? Is just a fucking bow? Huh. Let me do it below the hair layer. I'm thinking, trying to remember the dynamic of bows. Because I know they do like a little flop. Ugh, no. Ah! Maybe something like this. So I feel like her head is bare and is missing things. No, it doesn't look good! Are you getting angry? What would she have? No. Maybe if I just keep scribbling, I'll figure out something. Something, anything. Oh my god. I like the idea of having a bow. I like this idea now. Because I know she said she wouldn't wear a bow, but also I feel like a bow would work. Or maybe... Wait, am I dumb? I'm a fucking idiot. Headband! That actually would work really nicely. Hold on. Her ear would be like right here, right? Okay. I'm a little silly, but we figured it out. You know, it'd be like a little... So we've upgraded. I'm gonna have it like hide in the hair because I'm too lazy to draw the ear. Maybe? How does that look? I kind of like this music. It's very jammable. And then maybe we add the bow to the top. Maybe. Maybe. If we're feeling silly. I'm trying to figure out how this all works. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna go to Pinterest. We go to Pinterest when we're lost. Okay. Hopefully I have in my little accessories section that it shows me how headbands work. I used to wear headbands all the time as a kid. How am I failing at this? Okay, failing is a harsh word, but you get the point. It's difficult. Headband ref. Okay. Ooh. Okay, well, I mean, of course we might have to draw ears. Anyways, damn. Okay. That's fine. I shall live. Give me a second. Remember. If I must draw ears, I must draw ears. Was right around here. Why am I fumbling this? Okay. That seems like the proper ear placement. And now we erase it. We erase the hair. I just need to get this done today because I won't have time to do this a lot tomorrow before I need to begin, before the session. I will not have time. Okay. We have an ear! Oh my god! What the fuck is this? Delete it. Get out of here. What was that? Okay. We have many options on hair references. Currently saving them all right now. Okay. So. Oh, it just looks better because you can see the ear. I think that's literally the case. What would be interesting? Hold on. I have maybe another idea. Oh my god, whoa, what the hell? Okay, yeah, I didn't connect the lines, my bad. Nope, that's not it, nope. Nope, immediate no. Immediate you. We're not doing that. That is disgusting. Disgusting. Okay. I don't think I want to do any bows, despite how I was trying so hard to make that happen the first time. I don't want to do that now. I changed my mind. Okay. We have headband now. Yay. She now has head accessory. It looks very pretty. A little pretty lady. Yahoo. Okay, now we begin shading. I'm gonna start the rendering process. Like, I might go back and do other things, but, like, this is me we're talking about. I don't do shit entirely traditionally or in order. Haha. I'm gonna do a little bit of shading here. As one does. I'm thinking the light will come from this direction. So we're gonna shade here. Here. I'm mainly just like scribbling. Yeah, she looks a lot better now that she's actually having some rendering on her face. Holy shit. Sometimes a rendering actually just does a world of difference. It really just makes a freaking huge difference. There we go. A little bit here. A little bit here. something here. And I don't think I'm done shading. No, something. Yeah, that's it right there. And then I think, let's see. No, that's not it. Wrong. Okay. I want to try to figure out the shape for this. I never can. I never can. It's always a little bit tricky. It's like... no. What does she look like? I think maybe something like that, honestly. Yeah, that looks good. Over here. Oh, something. Here. Here. I think that might be good. Yeah. Wait, we need to go to watch. Do this. Then this for the swatching later. I'm going to continue to break down more shading. Like, obviously, I'm gonna go back through and do this, have a bit more details to it, but right now, this is what it's looking like. I feel like there'll be shading on both ends for this. We shall see if I keep that. And continue going in a bit more finely now. And trying to flesh out more details. Not flesh out more details, but like add more solid shape to this. There we go. Bit more of a nose. Okay. I'm really liking this bop that's existing right now. Actually, no, that works very well. Hold on. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that a good bit. Okay. Bangs have always kind of been a bit of a struggle for me, but I'm working on it. Or at least like shading bangs. Oh, just bangs in general, actually. Bam. This is going well. I'm liking it. It's looking pretty aight. Let me just erase that one for a second. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. Oh, my sweet little baby. She's just a baby. She's just a little cat. She's just a little baby. Oh my god. Oh, I like that. That's cute. She's so cute. Oh my goodness. I love this character. She's gonna be fun to play as a teen. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna like execute that. I might just draw from the memories of me being a teenager. But yes, that might be what I do. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna round it out just a little bit. There we go. That looks cute. I'm wondering if I should add anything else besides besides what I already have, like jewelry. I don't know. It's a bit of a tricky decision. Bit of a tricky choice. Just like humming a bit to like think. Mainly after telling that story, it's like I got nothing else to talk about, because I already kind of talked about a lot last stream, at least relating to this drawing. And at the moment I can't really think of anything else to think about except be done with the project. So yeah, speaking of projects, I'm gonna be in more films. As maybe some of you know, I do a lot of student films because my roommate is a film major, so I work. So whenever they need like students for films, I'm usually hired. They're just like, hey, can you do this? And I'm just like, yeah. Like, great. Here's a script. Okay. Guess I better start memorizing now or something. Yeah, that works better. This is coming along nicely. Oh, I gotta add lines for the leggings, because I think I might keep it at this like 3/4. I think it's gonna be a lot of 3/4 style from this outfit. I wouldn't call it 3/4, but you get the point. I kind of like that though. with that student film, I still have not received the script for it. Because my roommate is not the director, but the audio engineer for it. So I'm hoping I get the script soon, because it will be this upcoming weekend. I'll probably ask them after the stream, be like, hey, where's the script? I only literally have like 3 lines. Yay. Also have another student film, but I'll be doing voiceover for it. Yay. Finally, I am putting my stuff to use. This is the important part, yo. I kind of like that. That's pretty okay. It's pretty neat. Gotta look behind the ears. Maybe not, I don't know, bothers me, but also, that'll be fine. Yeah, it'll work. Okay. The leg. The leg. My tea's getting cold. I should have figured. I made it because I was like, some tea would be nice, you know? Especially some immune boosting tea, because I work with children. And it will soon be that kind of like cold and flu season. And I would like to not be sick for that. Yeah, I don't think you guys, I have never said this, but like when I teach the 5-year-olds that I teach, I like am constantly at the end of each day or each class, like applying a bunch of hand sanitizer to my hands and then washing my hands when I get home. Because it's like, I don't want to get sick. Like, they're cute, but I don't want to get sick. I really, really don't want to get sick because of them. It would suck. Okay, that's looking cute. It's looking pretty cute. Like, oh my goodness. Ooh, I like it. I'm gonna definitely add, again, like the red knees and elbows, and a few scabs and scars. Oh, I like the idea of adding freckles, because of spending a lot of time in the sun. Kind of like that idea. This is kind of a cute idea. I might go with that. Get that last little bit. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my goodness, my little baby. My little baby chow. She's so adorable. I love her. Oh, a little bit of here. Over here. That looks nice. Yeah, I stand corrected, maybe. Let's see what that looks like. I might be getting somewhere with that. Yeah, I might erase it. Yeah, it's looking pretty. Yeah. Let's finish up the highlights. Nope. Sorry, I'm sighing a lot. I'm like trying to self-regulate. I'm feeling a little bit out of it. I wouldn't say self-regulate, but I'm just like trying to be chill. Like sighing kind of helps. Almost done with the shading, I think. Because I don't really want to do... I say, I don't really want to do a lot of shading, and then proceeds to do a bunch of shading. It's like, let's go basic this time. Let's make it simple. Anything but. Anything but. It's just like, my god. It's never easy. I never make it easy on myself. I'm gonna shine here. I'm gonna shine here, maybe. Maybe here. I like that. Yep. Make it bigger here. And now that the shading is gone. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and now we fix the hair. Okay, that looks a lot better. There's that a little bit of shine to the... Yeah! Yeah, that's looking great. I like that. I might just erase that. Yep. Okay. Now we begin to add a bit more detail things. A bit of flush to the cheeks and nose still. Oh, Jesus. That's a bit too much. What? One second. Are you kidding me right now? My God. We'll figure out something. I'm gonna add a bit of rosiness to the cheeks. Here as well. And then add a little bit here to the elbows and to the knees. How did I do it last time? It's pretty red, okay. What is with this airbrush? It's supposed to be airbrush. Why is it not airbrushing? Why is the airbrush not airbrushing? We'll figure it out later. I will figure it out later. Right now, we are just adding. We are adding a little bit of redness. Yeah, that'll work. Oh wait, that was erase. Whoops. I did not mean for that. Da 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 da. And then we're going to smidge. Smidge? We're gonna smudge. This is my favorite part. I like when that happens. I like it when that happens a lot. It's very pretty. Okay. Joints. Blush. And then I'm going to erase this part of the joints. Let me fix this shading. Right here, okay. And then we go down here for the lines. That is the wrong color. Come on, work with me here. I'm going to do that. Go back to leggings. Color it in. I kind of want to add some very faint freckles. It's driving me nuts that I have not done that. Because I think it would be very cute. And then, of course, because that is a fuck ton of dots, I'm going to erase all of these. Alright, I don't think you can see it. Damn. We're doing that again. It's like, I wanted to... Fuck it. We're not going to do that one. I think that works. Yeah, that's a lot better. Don't know what I was doing before, but this is better. Yup, that's better. Let's see. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. She's looking very cute right now. This is a very cute little lady. Let me smooth that out. Oh my goodness. She's grown up. Oh my gosh. I think add another background. What would work? Maybe if I just like color drop something. We'll see what happens. Oh, ew, no. God, no. Stop that. No, that was bad. That was terrible. Let me just... maybe do a fainter blue. Maybe just keep it like that. Just a darker purple, like a more grayer, muted tone of it. I like that. That's fine. That's okay. I like that. It's cute. I'll do multiply on a lower layer. And then we're going to add that. Actually, we would have to do it the other way. Kind of like that. That's cute. Yeah, look at that. That's adorable. It's simple but effective, I think. I might add a little bit more. I was also saying that there's not really much to add. That's the problem here is like if I add more, it's gonna create more of a problem. I say I'm still adding something. No. I think not. I think she is good and she is ready. Oh, she looks so cute. Alright, well, since I am done with that... Oh, hello. Can I go back to Streamlab? Well, that pretty much means that I am done. I'll add the watermark in just a second when I'm done. But hello, real face reveal. I've shrunk. I had to lower down my seat because... yeah. Anyways, I do hope that you guys all enjoyed this little drawing stream. I don't know what I will do next stream. I think I still might draw. I think that might be the case because I do kind of enjoy the chillness of it, or I might play something else. I'll figure it out. But I think closer to Halloween, which is, let me double check. Also, you can kind of see the sunlight starting to peek in, like it's reflecting off my computer. Let's see. I think either next week or the week after, I will do mouth washing. I will play mouth washing. I think that might be the case. Alright, well, with that, this is your Tiny Rebellious Leader, signing off. Bye-bye.